Yo. Hello.
Hello, hi.
Live. Guten Tag. It's a bit of German that I learned because I travel a lot. I've been around. I missed you still. It was good. It was good out there, but I missed you, man.
Did you? You're lying. I've seen all your pictures. You didn't miss anyone.
Just me.
He's
What
having
do
the
you
time of your life.
I was just faking.
Out there in your shorts and fucking t-shirt while he's out here freezing our bollocks off. Bastard.
Yeah, I was just
jealous.
I was doing the social media thing where you have to like pretend that everything's amazing, innit?
It was.
Pretend like you're looking the other
was
way,
pretty
like you
sick
don't
stuff.
know the picture's being taken.
I do that with all of them, man. I can't pose.
Oh, I hate that one.
I can't pose to save my life.
Can't see no souvenirs though. Did you get a souvenir?
Nah.
Did you?
You didn't even.
What?
Who brought the brandy? Hold
Souvenir
on. Who brought the brandy?
Berlin.
Oh no.
Who brought the brandy?
What did you want to stick
One's
around?
from last week, one's from...
Who brought
Today.
the new one?
Ricky.
So you didn't even bring us a drink back. You could have brought us a drink from Berlin.
Just me.
Some Berlin brandy.
I fully packed in it though.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pay for the extra.
Right.
But you got tiny clothes and that. You need,
You have to roll
you're
in
a
it.
small guy.
Yeah,
You're a
serious.
small guy, so you could have fitted some brandy in there.
You reckon?
Yeah, you're tiny,
Of
man.
course you could have, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty tall.
You let the
still.
team down.
5 foot and that.
Yeah, so I'll just
Yeah.
take more clothes in it. That's...
So
Sorry, man. I do apologise. Next time.
I hope so. I'm going to hold you to that.
What do you want?
Brandy?
Brandy.
I want brandy. I love brandy, innit?
It's too late now. You already been and came back, man.
Nah, he's going back. He'll be back there next
Nah,
week.
it's too late.
Like, that's
That's just an afterthought, innit?
Like drinking problem.
No. We're the
That's
afterthought,
an
not Berlin.
afterthought, man.
Oh, come on. Tell me like that.
Do you feel like you got a drinking problem?
Who, me?
Yeah.
On sunny days, yeah.
No, you drink quite a lot.
I drink all the time. I've told you this. It's not a secret. Like,
Yeah, like that's
is
why.
this my intervention?
Nah, I just want to. Do you feel like you
I
got?
drink. I smoke. What do you want?
No. Do you feel like you
Tell me
got?
what you want from a nigga.
Do you feel like you got a problem, man?
No.
Sure. Yeah. No.
I'm I'm certain I haven't got a problem.
You're sweating there.
It's fucking hot. Wait, it's like 26 degrees outside. You got
It's
4 man in a
warm, innit?
bedroom,
Dunno, man.
lights on,
You're getting a bit heated as
equipment
well.
on.
Getting a bit defensive.
So when you got a form and it says like units per week, what do you put on there?
Nah, I don't drink that much. Like,
That's what they all say.
He just said to me, I fucking drink a lot. I fucking smoke. I do what I
I'm
fucking want.
exaggerating. I'm exaggerating, innit? I'm just exaggerating.
That's what they all
Look,
say.
this bottle's from how many podcasts ago?
1,
Brought it back out.
2.
2. Alright.
Did any of you go on one of them holidays in England when you was younger? Like a
What, puntings and that?
like a Pontins,
Yeah,
Butlins
yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah,
caravan park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
A lot
did
of them
you-
holidays are
uh,
sick.
What do you remember of these places? Like I went to one
Remember,
yesterday.
no heat, dead beach, with fucking nappies on it. And
Big stupid kids entertainment.
yeah.
Bro,
Awful
they're
The
entertainment. That's
mascots
what I
and
remember.
that, that's about it.
called stripies.
I don't know what they're
Yeah,
called.
like the red coats.
Yeah.
They're
The
meant
red
to-
coats sound cool.
Oh,
Stripies.
shit, man.
Stripies. Where did you
Stripies.
go? Discount.
I don't even know what it's called, man.
Discount Butlins.
Stripies.
Tesco's
Go on,
value.
Ellie, it's
Have you ever heard of any place playing bingo? Yeah. Guess what the max prize was for bingo?
£10.
Less.
Yeah.
Guess what the jackpot was?
£5.
Fiver.
£6.90. And I mean, they actually put the 90 pence in there.
Man, that's a drink,
Bro.
that is.
I walked into a place. There's nobody in there, man. You just got a few babies running up and down doing the kneating. You know when they just
Slide across.
slide
the
across.
floor.
So you got that. That's normal. Some just normal. Well, not just regular people, but like just sitting around, scattered about the place. It was silent. You got the stripies, like screaming down the mic, trying to get everybody going. But there's
Yeah.
like 10 people in the place where
Not on it.
it could fit about 150, but there's only 10
So
people.
where were
there.
you? Why didn't you get up and that?
Yeah, you'd be good at that, to be
Mm,
fair.
you'd
That's
be-
your kind of
Yeah, you.
expertise.
No.
You'd be a good
Entertaining the
striper, you.
children.
I got a bit of
Talk in a certain way.
yeah. Well, tonight,
Come on, kids.
come on down. That's what it was like when they won the bingo. You've just won £6.90. Come on down, Brenda. Brenda from Wolverhampton.
That's what it
Collect
was.
your prize.
You don't even want to go down and pick it up, man. I'm alright.
Perfect.
Nah, but like fucking, I was. I did get a bit of what do you call it, stick, because I said it's a bit white.
Yeah, go on.
And apparently, apparently I shouldn't. I'm not. But I can't. I'm not. Can't really say that. Like I don't. Do you?
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, you're half white, innit?
It's a very white place,
Did you say it in a negative way or
and I don't see many black families go into those.
was it in a positive way?
Maybe.
No, I said it in a.
It's really white.
I said it in a funny way, just like it's a bit white here. You know what I mean? Just,
What the crowd just went silent.
the,
Did you lose the
no,
crowd?
they're just like, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Nah, it's just like the music and that.
But if you're pointing out
It's
the
like-
obvious, it's not really a bad thing.
It's like
is it?
you know the like I am the trumpet man. I come from far away.
No,
Yeah, they're still
Do you play?
wheeling that one up.
I even don't.
Piano.
Piano.
CT knows it.
Yeah, no.
I play the banjo and all that shit. You know that? Yeah,
So-
it's
And
all
I
that
can
type of
play.
music.
What
It's
can
all
you
that type
play?
of music.
So whose sick idea of a holiday was this?
So you're saying it's
Nah.
culturally different?
It was a
Was
last
you there
minute
with
thing.
the
We all,
kids?
yeah, we're done with kids. No,
Oh,
I had a good time. I'm not
was you
saying.
with
See,
the
I'm not.
kid-
I'm not. Sla-
was
I'm
you
not
with the
saying I
kids,
didn't.
yeah?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
kids
that's
there and that.
calm,
No,
yeah.
bro, no, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Like it was white.
Mm.
I'm just stating that it was. It's
Is
a.
that a problem for you?
No, it's not. See, this is what I can't even mention something without it having to be a problem these days.
What makes it white? Like, as opposed to...
It's a typically white holiday or a white break.
Was white the was white?
There was a
was
there
white
was,
the
there was-
right word to use? Like, wouldn't
What?
English be more appropriate?
But-
this is very British.
But if I say that, then you just that means all British people are white.
No,
You're
not
British.
really.
Yeah, you just said it's.
Because there's black British people.
But then by saying it's white, that means like
I know what I
it's,
mean.
It's a more white.
it's,
It's a culturally
centered
white
towards
towards
white
Caucasian people.
No, I know exactly what
I
you're saying.
didn't mean it in any derogatory way.
You're just pointing out. the
I'm just
obvious.
pointing out this is a very nice white holiday camp.
Did you
Nice.
enjoy it?
Huh?
Did you enjoy the
No,
cultural differences?
No, I've grown up in that, and I half being half white, so it was normal to me. But I just wanted to bring it up. But it was a joke at the time. So it's been blown out of proportion already on this podcast.
Was
Yeah,
this
but
part of the...
If
You
sorry, Dad. If you was in an environment
Getting deep.
and it was all black people,
Yeah.
or it was a culturally black environment,
And I was
a
white.
person turned
It's a
around
bit
to you
black
and
in
said,
here.
It's a bit black in here. How would you take that?
Personally,
it's a bit dark in here.
personally, I'd laugh my ass off, man, because it would make me laugh. But I don't know. Some other people
Some
might
people
find
might
offence
take
to that.
offence to that, yeah.
But to me, I would laugh my ass off to that.
Nah, they use other words though, innit? Like, bit moody in here, innit?
Yeah, they use the negative words. If they say, "Oh, it's a
Yeah.
bit dark in here," or "It's a bit black in here," oh yeah, it's cool. But it's a bit. Why is it moody? Just because
moody?
there's loads of black people in here.
It tends not to be either.
What? Come on, man.
Was this part of the pirate festival?
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was pretty cool.
Talk, what's a pirate festival entail?
Do you get your Jack
Just-
Sparrow one?
Everyone's dressed as pirates.
Was you dressed as a pirate?
Nah. I dressed
To
in.
symbolize what though?
I don't know, man.
What's
It's
the
down by the
symbolism?
sea. I don't know where it is. Brixham.
What historical events is it trying to encompass? I don't understand.
They must have had a big influx of pirates or something, or
Oh.
pirates must have been based down there at a
It's
certain time.
on the west, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So west coast. Well, southwest. No, it's quite south to be fair. Yeah, southwest. So yeah, I think it's just a pirate orientated place, man. It was all right, man. It was all right.
Talking about West and Southwest, might as well just talk about Kanye, innit?
Oh, you get
I see how you done there, bars.
Yeah, bars.
Bars. Bars.
Boy, what's happened with Kanye
West?
West?
Haven't you seen the latest outrage with Kanye?
Of course, I've seen it. Who hasn't seen it? But so, what do you think of it, Lewis?
Have you put brandy in this?
No.
That's a good shout.
Tastes like brandy.
You want coffee, Brandon?
Do you want
No,
some in there?
Brandon, do you want?
I don't want.
splash?
want-
No, I
want
got.
coffee?
I was a bit tipsy last night. That's why I don't want no alcohol.
Yeah, Mr.
Sorry,
West,
go on.
Mr. West. Yeah, basically said that 400 years of slavery was a choice. A lot of people took offence to that.
Did he just say that? That wasn't just.
He said a lot, but that seems to be the takeaway thing. That's what all the memes are. That's what everyone's talking about. It seems people took that and missed everything else he had to say.
Yeah, that's just how that's the modern media, innit? That's how things are, man.
But but the
I'm not saying
information,
it's
it's not
right.
even. It's not even if media's put this thing across. Everyone's took offence to that. Like, okay, yeah, he's turned around and says, to me, 400 years of slavery sounds like a choice. I think he had a point in what he was saying. Gonna get shut now. He had a point in what he was saying, but I don't think he worded what he was trying to get across properly.
But do you think they're trying to discredit him though?
Yeah.
On purpose.
100%.
Yeah, of course.
But he plays a role in that himself. I think he discredits himself in some of what he says.
But so okay, instead of discrediting, I'm reading something now. Couldn't have like the host just said to him, instead of going crazy about him saying and misinterpreting what he said about it, how about what did you mean by that?
What did you mean by that? Yeah.
Let's elaborate on that instead of getting angry as people always do nowadays. And let's have a conversation.
Around that comment, he has elaborated on there, so that's not the only thing he said.
Yeah, I know,
like,
but
that's the only thing that people want to take on board. Say, but I can kind of see what he's saying. That's the worst part about it. He has a point, but maybe it's just he never worded it all properly.
No,
or
he worded it.
People have taken it out of context, or it's been highlighted in the media out of context. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, but then. When I'm looking, it's all on like Fox News and CNN and that.
Yeah.
You get me? And they're trying to like portray him to be crazy, and I'm thinking,
snippet.
When did Fox News and CNN, was they that way inclined? They've been enforcing stereotypes and that for your time, so how come all of a sudden now? Trying to get the moral high ground, you get me? Say, he said it was a choice. But then on there, any other time, it's just terrorist.
See,
you get what I'm saying?
What I took away from that was, the start of slavery, it's apparent there was no fucking choice. You know what I mean? We were brought over here in fucking shackles and chains, taken from the homeland, brought over here as slaves to work. They weren't running away. You've got how many slaves trying to fight weapons? And, you know, they did try and break out. But you're not just going to sit there and take it.
Yeah, but if you want to be 100% cynical, just to give counter argument.
Yeah, go for it.
You could say there was a choice, because you can choose to be a slave, and you can choose to fight against being a slave. And then if you look through history, there's loads of slave revolts. Yeah, so it wasn't a choice for a lot of people. So you got Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner, to Saint Overture. There's loads that fought against being slaves. And like look in Haiti. The Haitian Revolution, they fucked up France. They was like, I don't want to be slaves. And then what is it? Haiti was a free state before, in air quotes, slavery was abolished. Then like 4 years before, or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, in that aspect, you can say it was a choice, and some people chose not to be slaves.
Some people chose not to be, and I think later down the line, 400 years later, people are still going back to that and blaming certain situations for slavery. And it's like, it's 400 years later, you're still gonna play on what your forefathers went through and take that on you. You're not going through anything even comparable to what they went through. You know what I mean? That's so now these days, if you're blaming slavery, then that's a choice to blame slavery, because you're not in the shackles, you're not in the chains, you're not getting whipped, you're not getting made to work in the fucking field. You know
but I'm gonna second what you said. So I don't think he was talking in relation to then. I more think he was talking like in relation now.
Yeah.
Because if you look on how they classify it, they say slavery in America started in, 1619? So 400 years from that takes you to 2019. So I think he's talking about from then till now, and in here and now, that we're still slaves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he was talking in context to now rather than before.
See, this is where I won't say disagree, where I think it should be more specific, because I think slavery now, it's not just a colour thing, man. It's a class thing, like what.
But he did say that as well, though.
Well, there you go then. So he's obviously covered it, and obviously, you know, certain communities want to jump on it and take ownership of this kind of, again, of this. I get what I kind of get what you're saying, man, because it's like people want to, you know, be the first to claim, we've had it hardest, we've been the victims longest, you ain't got the right to say these kind of things. But if you're not allowed to have a conversation about it, then isn't that kind of like a tyranny? Isn't that kind of, you know, it's a strange cultural thing that's going on in America. I don't think it's shifting, or it's like you got to root for one team. There's only one way to root for that team.
Even if, so it's like you got the Republicans and Democrats. And if you're on that team, that's it. So if the Republicans have a good idea, you still can't root for them. That's how it's all acting. It's the same here with the Conservatives and that. But Labour, Lib Dems, they've all got good ideas. Conservatives have got good ideas, Labour have got good ideas. They all have different good ideas, but they also all have bad ideas as well.
And
But
this is what I always say at election time, man. Why do we keep sticking with this? Oh, we have to vote for one party.
Because it's a team thing. It's not about policies.
It makes sense if they tell us all our ideas and we vote for the best ideas rather than parties. Isn't that the whole point of politics and policies?
But then, what I've noticed from it, like what kind of rings true in some aspects of what he's saying, is like, as a group of people or as a community, when do we all decide that we're all gonna have the same opinion? Like, why can't you have a difference of opinion or a different view on the situation?
Because it hurts, T.
Like everyone, like we all have to have the same view. We don't have to have the same view.
We do, T, because it upsets me. If you've got a different view, it hurts me.
I'm sorry.
It offends me that you think a certain way. I just,
that's what my
I need to go on Twitter and just tirade you and get all the liberals to fight against you. Like, what the fuck, man?
But in anything in life, if you're a group of people and you all have the same opinion on something, don't it kind of box you in? You need different opinions.
You need a different idea.
Give
you need a different
yes, man, aspects to different things. You can't all have one collective opinion.
Yeah.
And be like, blah, blah, blah. If he's got a difference of opinion, you should respect it.
Do you think
and then try and understand why he or someone thinks the way they do,
how the
or
fuck
how
do they
they've come
think
to that view.
we've evolved in time?
Exactly.
Like human races involved. We have to argue. We have to have different opinions. If we all had the same idea, we wouldn't do shit. We'd be stuck in the same place all the time.
We don't agree on anything else, but then when it comes to like what he said about slavery, everyone's like, oh, nah. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is he said something else as well. That I don't think it was recorded, but you have to find it yourself. He said after I think he said that 400 years of slavery, he goes, this quote, like I'll quote him. This reality is forced upon us. It is a choice, just like when I said slavery is a choice. We can make our own reality. We can talk about history, but not too long, which I agree with. Mm-hmm. We need to talk about now because we can fix and start loving each other now, which again is it's true.
Yeah, he said this if you've watched the full video, it says all this.
Yeah, I know, but these are the clips you won't get to see unless you actually look for them yourself.
Look for the full
video.
Yeah.
I say we have no enemies. We don't have enemies. Black people have a tendency to focus and march when a white person kills a black person or wears a hat. But when it's 700 kids being killed in Chicago, it's okay. It's okay for blacks to kill blacks.
Yeah, he did say it. He said if you've watched the full video, he says that in the full video. Then you got that other geezer who steps in and has a go at Kanye and says, no, people do marches and stuff like that, but no one's shining a light on it. So it's okay for Kanye to turn around and say this and that. Like some stuff I agree with, like when he's saying, it's a choice, rare. There's parts of that I agree with, but he should have elaborated on it. But then turning around and saying, when it's black, when blacks kill black, it's okay. But if that's how Kanye feels, then shouldn't he be out there fucking putting some of his and resources into organising marches if that's how he feels? Because it's all right to sit there and fucking say it, but he should be acting on it as well as just saying it, you know what I mean?
But ironically,
ironically,
I've read a book called Brainwashed, innit? And then in regard to the last part of what he's saying about white killing black, black killing black, he's saying that's part of an inferiority complex, innit? So you see something done against you by other people, you place that higher value of injustice as when someone the same does it to you, even though that's technically worse, isn't it? Because we're the same.
Let me give you an example. Say a British man rapes a young girl, or an Asian man or a Eastern European rapes a young girl. Who are we going to be most angry at? And what's going to be most focused on? It's going to be the foreign, and it's going to be I'm just making an example. Off what T just said, which is really good. I like it too.
It's true, man. But did you watch the interview with Charlemagne?
Yeah. No, I don't see. I'm not a fan of Charlemagne, man.
Charlemagne's sick.
But go on.
That interview, he said a lot in that, like, to do with his design, saying he felt like he was blackballed by the industry. He went more into depth about that, like from when he was frigging on Sway. You don't have the answers, Sway.
Yeah.
So he's elaborated more on that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which was good. So if you haven't watched that Charlemagne interview, he also talks about the slavery in there, but he goes more in depth into it than he does on TMZ. So it's definitely worth a watch.
So just inform yourself. That's what we're saying, man.
It's true.
Don't just look at the headlines, man. Go and
believe
fucking
everything.
and go and just read into it more.
I'm just gonna say
we're not on like Kanye's full
And
side.
don't fucking post memes if you don't understand the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
You look
But
like
that's
an
what I'm
idiot.
saying, because when it happened, people was sending me, oh, look, Kanye said this, he said this. And I'm thinking, that's happened before. Like, remember the Breakfast Club interview with Kanye West and the Breakfast interview with Dame Dash as well?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to tell me, like, a snippet of what he said. So the only way you can really, you have to reserve judgment until you watch it
You have to
in
watch
its
the whole
entirety
thing, yeah.
Do
and you
not
see it for
yeah.
yourself, innit?
Yeah.
The one thing I would say is timing couldn't have been worse.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, obviously he made his statement when make America great hat again.
Yeah.
Make his statement, making a point, but then you can't follow that up by, using those words in an interview straight after that, because you've already got people going. But this is what he's not a young
It's
guy.
not, but it's not.
he's
But
not.
everybody makes a fucking mistake, man. Like I said, that
But he's not
the
a kid.
interview.
He's not a child. He's not a. He's like a 40-something-year-old
Yeah,
man. So
yeah.
But
surely
everybody.
he
So, but
must
why
be-
is other people? Why are other people protected though?
Yeah, not
When
just-
this happens, other people are protected by it. This is what I'm saying.
who's gonna come out? What rapper, with such a high elite status, as Co's like? In
Yeah,
the
but
public
the
eye, as
argument
much as-
is why couldn't have someone
let me
stepped
answer-
into
let me
that?
answer the
Stepped in.
question. Let me
Why couldn't have
answer
someone
and I'll tell
stepped in and then said, "Hold on, Kanye, that sounds a bit wrong there. Can you elaborate? Like, tell us what you mean? Like, because you're gonna offend some people."
Terrible at explaining
That's what I'm
himself.
saying. That's
yeah,
not.
which
people
I
say
agree,
shit.
but at the same time, like I say, Kanye's got to remember. Well, he doesn't have to. Does it once when he's fucking loaded? Who more to tell him? But still, he's in the public eye. And, he made a big statement. Sure, he knows he's making a big statement wearing a hat. He knows exactly what he's doing.
But I don't see the problem with the hat. Do what you
I'm not
want.
saying there's a problem with it. I'm just saying he knows that, there's going to be a bit of pushback on that. And then he follows it up with that kind of, I'd say controversial, but he must know it.
But the hat thing was leaked. It's not did he leak the hat? I think the hat picture.
No,
Was it the guys
he
in the
knew what he was doing with that hat?
Exactly.
He knew
So
exactly
the
what he was
point
doing.
I'm making is, okay, he's making good points, but time it better. Surely time it better.
I don't know, man.
I don't agree with everything that Kanye West
No one is
says,
He's
but
a
I just
smart-
feel like in that scenario,
He had
when he
some-
made that comment, everyone jumped on it,
Yeah.
and then I'm thinking,
This
how
is
come people don't have their own opinion?
this is
It's
what
like,
I'm arguing for, man. This
it's
is
like some collective one view, and then now
Fuck.
they're trying to make him out to be crazy, and it's like what Dave Chappelle said. Remember when he had the Chappelle show? And he fucking went to Africa and
Yeah,
was saying
he's
that
saying
he's
that
on
he's
drugs
gone-
and that.
he's gone
And then he
crazy.
had the interview when he came back.
Yeah.
And it's like the first thing they'll do to try to shut you down is say that you're crazy because it's dismissive, innit?
Done it with Cat Williams as well.
And
innit?
they've
Cat
done it with
Williams
Jim
as
Carrey
well.
as well.
Yeah, they've done it with
Carrey,
bare
yeah.
people.
Jim
Jim
Carrey
Carrey.
speaking
Yeah.
the most truth he's ever spoken his whole career,
Yeah,
and he's crazy.
He's crazy.
He's
Yeah.
crazy.
it's mad.
He's enlightened. Like, what was he saying? He was saying he didn't have a. Kanye West was saying he didn't have a breakdown. He had a breakthrough.
Yeah.
He didn't see it as a breakdown. He seen it as an eye opener.
But I think what seconded what he said was about the Donald Trump thing, innit? He said, like, I love Trump. But then when you listen to the interview, he's saying, I don't necessarily agree with all his policies or whatever.
Yeah.
Why can't
But
he like
I like the story of
Thank
it.
you,
Like,
bro.
he came
Yeah,
from
man.
nothing
Trust me.
Yeah.
to the president. So that shows me that I can be president. But then everyone's against Trump and that.
Yeah.
But then everyone loves off like Hillary Clinton and that and Bill Clinton and that. And I
But
think
even
they ain't, there's no difference to them than to Trump, really. What's the difference?
No difference.
But even
It's-
Kanye said, like, when he went to speak to Trump, like,
Yeah.
everyone jumped on that saying, "Oh, look, he's supporting Trump."
Yeah.
Like, Kanye went to speak to Trump about Chicago, trying to sort out the gun problems in Chicago, innit? Because it's like
Yeah.
the worst at the moment. And was it Trump was on about like sending tanks and armed police and everything into Chicago to try and sort it all out, innit?
Yeah.
And that's why Kanye went to speak to him. It was
So
about
yeah,
Chicago.
and
It's,
it's
not
like-
like he went there and he's like, I'm fully supporting Trump. He went there to speak to his president to see what he's going to do for his community.
But
And there you
everyone's
go
on
with it.
Trump.
And that's what you was just saying about why don't he make a statement trying to help his community in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
There
yeah,
it
he's
is, man.
partly
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like he could do more on that. We all know
But
that.
so could the people.
But we're not agreeing
yeah,
with
of course.
Kanye on everything he says and what he does. But then in this context of with that statement, I can kind of see points of where he's coming from. Well, other people are just dismissing on it, saying, yeah, it's crazy, blah, blah, blah. Is this, is that.
Why
If
do
you
you think?
listen to
It's
Kanye,
sold
he's
out,
like,
is a coon, blah, blah, blah.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
some
that's
complex.
bullshit. That's what I don't like. All that bullshit, mate. It's that team mentality.
Yeah.
You're on our team. You ain't supposed to have these thoughts. Well, what the fuck?
But that's a
man?
repressive view.
Exactly.
You get me? That's not progressive. For everyone to have the same views on things and you can't have a different opinion, it's not progressive, is it? It's just
You
But
wanna
the
be in
one
the
thing I
same
would say
place.
for Kanye is that I think, and why he's getting a bit more heat say the last few years than maybe before from the black community is because he'll make these statements. All of them was good points, like you say. If you listen to the whole, if you look at what he says in its entirety, he's got good points. But I think it's because of his lifestyle and that. Obviously, you know, he's living up in the hills and
with
that.
The Kardashians.
He's got the Kardashian lifestyle, and that's why people
that takes the validity away from
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Also, one thing of his arguments just on that basis of his lifestyle.
I can see that.
There's one thing I want to point out about that interview as well. You see the TMZ one when Kanye's standing up and he's talking to everyone in the office, and he's having that back and forth with the guy in there across the room. There's a woman that has seen sense in what Kanye's saying, and they wouldn't let her speak. They wouldn't. They didn't put the cameras on her. They didn't give her a mic. They had her sat there at a point, but we didn't get her point of view. But she stated that she saw sense in what Kanye was saying.
Also,
so
there's apparently 2 videos on it. There's the full video, and then apparently people are saying they took it down and they re-uploaded the other one, but there's bits cut from it, so it's not the full interview. You know?
I seen the full one like the day after when it dropped, like literally it dropped, and I seen it before the fucking memes and all that.
Because there's a 30-minute one in it,
but
I think there was one before that was uncut on it.
The way I seen it, I seen it on my YouTube. I've got fucking alerts. I had an alert for the Charlemagne interview, and that when I seen it, it was like uploaded 12 hours ago. And then after that, you had the TMZ interview uploaded straight after. It was like uploaded 10 hours ago. So it's like, you've put this interview out with Kanye West and you're putting him in a good light through the Charlemagne interview because he's talking so much sense. But then to make him seem more crazy, but let's put this TMZ one out and just discredit everything that he's just said in the Charlemagne one. Because the Charlemagne one is talking so, like, I went through such a range, like I was mad at him. I was freaking happy for him. I was pissed off at some of the things he was saying, but then I was enlightened at the same time.
Yeah,
but
that's
fucking
super smart,
Kanye, man.
He's super smart.
But then at the same time, like,
are you supposed to agree with everything though?
No.
That he says, is that?
Nobody agrees with everything all of the time.
Exactly.
In terms of the Donald Trump thing, though, where everyone jumps on him as well, like, I'm not 100% clued up on Donald Trump, so I would have to look into that. But then what I've noticed with Donald Trump, in the media, he's always vilified, innit, and paid to be a certain way.
Because he's on the wrong team.
My personal disposition is, I'm always wary of people in the media that are vilified all the time. Because when these media platforms gain the moral high ground,
of course,
Now, bro, see, we've done
anyone they heap praise on, I'm always wary of. I'm like, why heaping praise on them? What's the reason why?
Yeah, because there's an agenda there, and they want somebody. They want that person. But with Donald Trump, though, with Donald Trump, man, it's like he's not. People don't realize he's not stupid, man. He's not a racist. He's not racist. He says dumb things at dumb times, and he says things on purpose. He's articulated. He only, you know what I'm saying. So he's got, when he's running for president, he saw a massive opportunity where he saw angry people, angry white poor people. Mm-hmm. He saw that they were being suppressed. They're not allowed to say anything anymore. There's too much PC. It's too politically correct. You can't say certain things. You know what I mean? Everybody's being suppressed. He's coming thinking, oh, look at this. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then he's gonna say what they want to hear. Yeah. He says what they want to hear, and there's more of them. There is more of them.
And it's funny because he's nothing like them. He's not from their background. He's probably the complete opposite.
And because he's not a politician, he knows what to say. He knows what to say. Yeah. There's no politician would have done what he did because it ruins careers, not his. Because he's not a politician, he knows.
And I think that kind of correlates with what Kanye West was saying about why he loves the story, because Donald Trump wasn't a politician.
That's why he's there, man. Yeah. That's why he's there.
But I don't follow these kind of stories too hard, to be honest with you.
Because I feel like trending, innit?
Yeah, because of that type of thing.
Yeah.
And if you look at what it is in media, it's the medium. I ain't trying to hear what TMZ is saying. I want to know what Kanye's. I want to know what he's saying. And that's why I don't watch on of it no more. I don't watch TV like that no more. If I can get to the source of it.
Especially TMZ, man.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know what he's saying.
That's why the Charlemagne interview, I haven't listened to it, but obviously you'd rather listen to that than TMZ.
But Charlemagne was slewing him after that, though, innit?
Was he?
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
Who's Charlemagne?
Yeah.
To be fair, all black rappers are turning their back on him, but it's not just. I don't think they're turning their back on him because of what he said. They just don't want to be shared in the same light as him at the moment. Again, it's all reputation, isn't it?
I think T.I. voiced his and then he made a song with him.
Yeah, did you listen to the tune? Did you listen to the tune?
Nah.
It's all right, man. I like it. Yeah.
When that was happening, I didn't really understand it because rappers are like denouncing him and saying certain things about him. But then I have to go by, what's your body of work? What's your lyrical content? And your lyrical content of songs, have you been degrading women, talking down on your own race? Like, do you get me?
Trust me.
So if you have done all these things in your lyrics, how do you then
how do you have
saying the N-word and that? Do you then?
How can you go and slate him?
You're not a moral arbiter in it. You don't have that moral high ground to then talk down on what he's saying.
But it's an opportunity, ain't it, to look good.
You get me? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy because you've been talking all this shit, but then when he says something about slavery, you got an issue with it. But then you got to say, what's worse?
But then when people see him going, I've got an issue, they're like, oh, he's a nice guy then.
Everyone's talking down, like unfollowing on Twitter or this and thinking, but what's your lyrical content of what you're saying? Is it progressive? Like, what are you saying? Like, you're not saying nothing of no. So then how can you tell a man he can't have his own opinion? It doesn't make sense. It's just dumb, like,
I hate this world, man.
Hypocrisy, man.
Yeah, it's just hypocritical all the way through. Like,
our society's hypocritical, man.
But then you're talking all that shit, but then you've all got a collective opinion, like, slavery, you can't say that. Shut up, man.
What do you think that British people are different to Americans like that? Do you think there's a bit more room for conversation?
Nah.
No.
I think.
Nah.
No.
Everyone's the same all over the world.
Or do you think it's an age thing as well?
Nah. Bro, have you seen the youth? They're not open to. As much as people keep saying like the youth are like they're changing that, they're more open to conversation. I ain't seeing that. I'm seeing again just two sides. It's the same, and they're far left.
But far left now is coming like the far right, innit?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like fascist far left.
So far you can go.
Weird. Like you can't. You like. They just don't like you based on whatever. But then the far left, they don't want you to have an opinion or don't want you to speak in it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like what it is in America.
If
like
you look on fucking
left-wing fascism,
if weird. You see Twitter and that, and then you see someone, let's see a sort of right-wing geezer, and he says some mad shit like, I don't know, man, we need to stop immigration or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then you see the left-wing person, they'll come and start. They'll call him a fat bastard or whatever his picture in that. You're disgusted. Like they do the things they tell people not to do, like the bullying and like let people speak and you know what I mean. They do the same thing.
I mean, it's the same, innit?
They're allowed to do it, innit? Because
like,
they're the good guys.
Antifa and that.
I just.
That's what I'm saying. It's mad.
There's just teams, and there's a good team and a bad team. But the good guys for some reason are the like more liberal people, aren't they? They're the good guys. But who? Why are they the good guys? Like I don't know. I don't agree with everything the right do, and I don't agree with anything most of them do. Like I don't understand where this two-team thing comes from, and I don't understand why nobody can think, oh shit, that guy's got a sick idea, that guy over there's got a bad boy idea, and that let's bring them all together. How about let's bring all these ideas together? Let's so I'm Republican and get out of America. I'm conservative, Labour, Lib Dems. Why don't like all these supporters just get around and go, well, we all like each. Take all the positives out of their ideas, take all the positives, bring them all together, and then try and get the government to put them positives together instead of just going for. It's like that again. It's I know it's never going to happen. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
too much money involved. When money gets involved, corruption.
But how are you going to get money out of politics? How do you get it? How do you get it out?
You can't. It's impossible, isn't it?
They're thrown away. People are power hungry. Humans are power hungry.
So nothing's ever going to change, isn't it?
Nothing won't.
No, we're just sitting here complaining. Really, we ain't change nothing.
Well, that's true.
But
this is a call out to all the people around the world. Let's go on a march. Let's go on a march, man.
But marches, though, I'm thinking, bro, what has ever been achieved by a march?
Nothing, man. Nothing. You know what? You know what gets achievement? Like,
it just gives you I understand.
When nobody goes to work, that's what happens. When there's one of them big
boycotting, bro.
When nobody goes to work, nobody buys shit. All them just one day, man. Do you understand?
Why do we all? That's where fear. You see fear in its entirety. Like, why do we all get up in the morning and go work? How come there's never been a day? Has there ever been a day in history when everyone was like, "Fuck this"? Not, no one's going to work. Fuck it. Fuck
I
everyone
wish,
over.
man.
That's what I've always
I
said.
wish.
Has there ever been a day like that in history?
Nah, man.
You wouldn't get everyone off work though.
Yeah,
There's
some people
that
like,
many
nah,
people
I
that are
got
like,
bills to
they're
pay,
going
bro.
in, yeah, I'm going in.
I've got bills to pay.
Yeah.
bro.
But then,
Do you get
what
me?
about-
before them people that go in,
They can't sack everyone.
everyone else is losing their job.
Imagine a day everyone's like, fuck this. We ain't going to it, bro. Like,
What can they do if we all
They
just
can't do nothing, bro. Their
Exactly.
power's
Mhm.
gone.
gone?
The power's gone, bro.
Yeah, oh shit! I think we got black vans outside and that.
Oh, shit.
Shit!
Pull up.
Helicopters and that black.
Man looking like MIB and
Wait! If you don't hear from us, the government got us, man.
we in work. Oh, no. Oh my god, no.
Oh my god!
We're not that
Taking
important,
me.
to be honest.
Now I know, man. I know. Yeah, fuck them.
I always think that when I used to be like into conspiracy theories and that when I was younger, like mad into everything. And I used to have, I'll be like, you know what, Daz, you're not actually that important. No one gives a
Not.
shit. No one's gonna be where. No one's actually.
Kicking off your front door, trying to
Yeah,
drag you
yeah.
out your house to the
Yeah.
FBI. Yeah, just like whatever.
And then I felt like a loser.
Right.
I don't think you've made it until you're worried about the FBI and that watching you, and CIA.
Yeah, well, once you got like them agents,
Jack
when you
Up,
got someone
Michael
like that
Jackson.
agent, if government officials they start watching, then you
Yeah.
know you've
These people are
you
not.
gone
These people are smart, bro.
mm.
Telling you, like they've got everything down to a T.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think? Because I've heard loads of arguments, all these conspiracies and that, and people saying the government run everything. Like
Yeah.
you got the hierarchy. People say, are they that organised?
The government.
Yeah, or just these. I don't know. All these different organised to just keep pushing these different agendas. Are they that organised to keep, or do we just look for patterns? Do we just look for patterns and
I
see
don't think
things?
it's that difficult.
I'm asking a question. Yeah, go on.
But people that
Why?
are smart though. People are not that smart either as a whole. So
Mm.
is it easy to trick people?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to trick people, but I'm saying like, there's always one person that comes out. So these big. Like,
Yeah, but that one person is the anomaly in it, so it doesn't fall in line with the majority in it. So you can be. It's easy to then shut you down. If there's 20 man in a room, you come out saying nah. It's easy to shut you down. So you're crazy, innit? Like just chatting shit, bro. Like don't know what he's on, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
So you do think they're running everything?
Who running everything?
Governments, organisations
No,
like
they're
CIA
not.
and
I feel like
MI5.
small corporations and banks, I'd say,
Mm.
from my research, isn't it? Yeah?
Exactly. And
Wh-
it comes
so
down
where do
to
we-
when it comes, it's not about the government being here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
It's about them. They own like the bottleneck. So here, you want all this here. The government owns the bottleneck.
Yeah.
So it's a power funnel. They don't need to have
To
everything.
do it themselves.
Exactly.
Just pass down
Just
the
the power
responsibility.
funnel.
Okay,
You've
then-
read 1984,
then
so you
give-
kind of
No.
you're like the proletarian, innit? It's like,
Yeah, I'm just being that person. I'm asking questions for people that want to ask them questions. You know what I mean? Like, so where would I find where the government have lost a bit of control?
The
You mean
internet?
Yeah,
People
give me
that-
a specific
people that
something
speak
where you've
out.
seen it
Social
unraveling.
media?
No,
People.
give me I don't know, fucking something that's unraveled, and you're like shit.
Like
I
very
did-
specific.
Yeah, something specific.
What do you mean
Like
in this country in general?
In a general, like in an event.
But you know what I
event.
noticed? What in this country, everyone's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Everyone is. The word's gone out of my head. man. Like they'll tell you something, and you might not like it for a little bit, but then after a while, it just become norm, innit? Whereas in other countries, I've seen it when people are not on what the government's on, there's uproar. Like did it happen in Egypt a few years ago?
Yeah,
When they
Arab
overturned the
Arab
government and
uprising,
that,
yeah.
it's like fuck this, Greece as well.
Mhm.
Do you get me?
Iceland,
If
when
people's
they-
vigilant like that, their power diminishes because they say, but not on what you're on. So if we don't want you, so you're gone in it.
Okay, so if I ask you,
You
from
ask me.
our governments,
Yeah.
what have you seen that our governments have done, and around the world, and
Yeah.
something's happened where you've seen, like you saw what you kind of know what agenda they're pushing, but it's gone wrong, and you're like, you've
I can't think of one.
you got some new-
The EU referendum
Yeah.
that weren't supposed to play out like that.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be straight up Remain. That's done with that. Let's carry on business as usual. But I don't know about you, but for myself, I thought it was such a sure thing. I didn't even go out and vote for it.
No, that's true. That's true. It was Cameron resigned after.
But
He wasn't
it's the
expecting
same
that
with the
result.
Trump thing, isn't it?
Where was Saddam Hussein from? Iran or Iraq?
Iraq. But bro, that's another one.
There's one there, innit?
Gaddafi's another one. The Middle East is a massive one.
And then it was classed as illegal, innit?
Because there wasn't no weapons of mass destruction.
Exactly.
So there's a conspiracy that you can actually prove.
That's not even. That's funny though. The weapons of mass destruction thing. Like certain countries are allowed to have them, but certain ones aren't.
It winds me up.
That's
like so
up.
we're like the Yanks and us. Americans. The Americans and us, and like other countries, we're allowed to have nukes and that. You know what I mean? We're allowed to build as many. Well, I think they've got guidelines how many they're allowed, but and then you'll get like a smaller country like Iran and what other countries are enemies like. Iran at the moment anyway. Oh, North Korea, they're just not allowed because they're bad guys. They're just bad. Why though? Like I don't understand. Why can't Iran have nukes? I'm not too clued up on it. Why can't Iran have nukes?
Because Iran are gonna fuck you up.
No, I don't know what I was looking to.
What?
I'm joking.
I just want to know why Iran are the bad guys.
Have a look then.
I know. It was the 90s, weren't it? Early 90s with Bush. Old school Bush.
Yeah.
Weren't there some trouble then?
Yeah.
Bush Senior or Bush
so.
Junior?
Let me look at this thing. Iran.
It goes deeper than that. We've covered it before, innit?
Nah, we can't. I don't know if
it's a can of worms, but it's
old.
deep.
Mm.
It's very, very deep. Yeah, it will last a very long time. The conversation will last a very long time. Do you get what I'm saying?
All right then.
Because you know how deep it goes. You know how deep it goes.
You can talk about it and talking for ages, and it along.
There's layers to it, innit?
And then we'll still be here in this room.
And then nothing gets done about it anyway.
I'll still get up and go to work
under
tomorrow.
the rock. Straight under the radar.
Get my meal deal from
all
Tesco.
Right. I'll drop it, man. I'll drop it. Any Man United fans in here? Except me.
No.
Nah, it's a few.
Anybody upset about Fergie?
Yeah, I'm still. He's the godfather, and
Yeah,
he's the actual godfather of football.
I don't even follow football, and when I heard it,
T don't care.
Don't care.
Nah, I rate him highly.
Yeah,
He's a very highly rated guy, innit?
How much do you think he influenced football on a whole? For
In
you?
what aspect, though?
Let's say English football.
What, in terms of playing style and that?
Yeah, man.
I know that he started that you can buy the league.
Nah, fuck off, man. Fuck off, man.
Bro, name a league you didn't
We'll
buy.
just get Van Persie.
He didn't buy no league, man.
Bro,
He didn't
most
buy
of
no
them,
league.
bro. Man, you was
What, early 90s?
breaking transfer records way before all these teams were, innit?
But
Well, this is true, innit?
Yeah, but we weren't
Yeah,
buying
it was.
whole teams. He wasn't buying whole teams. He was buying
You did have a good class
it's
for
different.
92 though, with gigs.
That's what I'm saying. And then for them few years, yeah, banging. And then he just bought odd players here and there. And now these days, you get PSG just going whitewashing teams. Man City just buy like 10 players every fucking season. Ferguson weren't doing that.
Yeah, but to be fair, though, Lucy, like what you know what you used to do about when they spend a lot of money on young players with big prospects
For the future.
potential. Yeah. I used to like that, but you don't do that no more.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
I'm
about
just saying
Ferguson
that's
in the
what I used
past,
to,
man. Yeah.
That's what I liked about Fergie. I liked his style of football.
So you can't really say he bought the league then.
I like Fergie, man. Don't get it wrong, man. Oh, fucking like that
How
guy,
come-
man. There's no
Bro,
English. Fergie
answer my question, man.
What you want? You asking
He
me?
didn't buy the league, did he?
Yeah, we did.
How did he buy the league?
Name a league he didn't buy.
Name it. What?
Name a league he didn't buy.
All of them?
He part
All of them?
exchanged.
He didn't. How did he buy the last season? His last season. Did he buy that one? He had the worst team of his whole fucking 20 years.
Who was
there.
in the team though?
Fucking that dead ass team, man.
Was it dead though? Didn't have
Well,
you had a reunion, innit?
But the next season they couldn't do shit. So obviously,
Fading team, that was why.
so he won a league with a fading team. So he didn't buy the league then. Did
Bruv, he was.
he bought Van Persie one season.
Bruv,
Was
there's
that
loads
buying a
of man
league?
that
Just
you
buying
bought.
Van Persie.
Van
Yeah, I'm
Persie
talking
won
about
you the league,
seasons,
though.
bro. I'm talking about seasons.
Van
Andy
Persie won you
Cole.
the league. Andy Cole, Dwight York, Van Nistelrooy,
Cantona.
Cantona.
Or did he buy them all at the same time?
Boy,
Yeah.
this is
What I'm asking. This
This
is
is
what I'm asking.
over a period
But
of
how is
time.
it? But
This
I
is
want to tell me the
over
difference.
over a period of time. What? So you say Man City over a period
But he
of
bought
time.
Ronaldo. He bought Ronaldo for like 12 million.
Yeah, but then you got Ferdinand.
but
How
like
much
you-
you buy Ferdinand? You was paying 30 mil for
most
time
expensive.
ago.
Yeah, but how old was he when we bought him?
But
26, something like that. 24, 26.
That's what.
but then, all right then. When was it then? What year was that then? If it was 26, how many years
I'm
ago
gonna
was
say
it?
2000.
I can't remember. But I'm just trying to say the difference between
Exactly.
now.
So at that time, who was spending 30 million on players? 'Cause
One
Man
player,
City
man.
wasn't
One
doing it.
player. One
Chelsea
player.
wasn't doing
How
it
much?
them
How
times.
much? Motherfucker. How much
Bro,
is?
Carrick, how much you buy Carrick for?
Don't give a shit
30
about
mil as
single
well.
players. This is
Bro.
not my point, bro. It's not my
You know
point,
what I'm saying? So
Listen
you've
to
been
this.
investing highly for years.
bro. Listen to my point. Did he spend 250 million in a season?
But that money wasn't
Did he-
available then. No, he didn't.
Thank you.
All
That's
right, then cool then. So when you was buying Ferdinand for 30 mil,
Yeah.
what other teams were spending 30 mil on players?
Chelsea at the time. Was that Chelsea
Was
at
they?
the time?
No, not them time.
Not them times. Who else?
No one really.
Exactly, because and then Blackburn spent
I
P
still
one
don't-
season, won the league, innit?
Nah, I don't know. I don't agree.
Yeah,
I don't agree.
that's
I don't
what
agree with it,
happened,
man. I don't agree.
They
with it.
outspent you and won the league, innit?
Nah.
But Shearer and that. That's what happened, innit?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Man United were rich before that.
Exactly. So you was always rich, just you was buying.
So how
in
come
the
they weren't
league,
winning
fam.
shit? How come they weren't winning shit before Ferguson?
I don't know the history of Man U
Now you don't know the history. Now we don't know the
Fergie was-
history.
because I'm not a
Fergie
Man
was
U
sick.
fan. Am I?
Fergie was sick.
He was sick.
Flu's out of this.
Yeah, 100%.
Ah, yeah, shit.
I took a back
He's
seat.
out of this.
Nah, it's cool. Carry on.
It just looks a bit shit when you're on camera, just sitting there on your phone. innit?
Nah, everyone who listens to the podcast should know I don't follow football. It's that simple, isn't it?
I know, yeah, but like, all right, I just like.
Listen, I take a back seat. Yeah, let you man have your little football discussion and calm in it.
It's calm still,
Man has a
but
drink
yeah,
and wants to
calm.
fight, man, all the
you're a
time.
Man U fan in
I wanna
denial.
fight, man,
I'm not in
anyway.
denial. I'm
Yeah,
not in
you're
denial.
not even from Manchester.
And
bro.
anybody that fucking disagrees with me, you can also. I'm on my team, okay? And if you disagree, you're wrong. It's that simple, man.
Tribalism, that is. What is that?
Trust me.
I was gonna say though, quick thing.
And by the way, that was a joke. Fuck you know. You know,
It
people got mad at
it
me.
wasn't a
They
joke.
start messaging
But
me.
yeah, I was just gonna say for all the listeners, yeah, can you tell us what part of Manchester you're from?
What for me?
Yeah, just for the listeners, so we all know.
I'm not from.
Yeah,
No, I'm not from Centre Manchester. I'm from
You're from
Bury.
You're from south
Woodgate.
Manchester, innit?
South Woodgate.
I'm from Bury, man. I'm Bury. I'm from
No,
Bury.
you ain't, bro. You're
Yes,
from,
I am. What
no,
do you mean?
ain't,
I've
bro.
got
You went to
family there as
Shenley,
well.
bro. Any excuse? Everybody's man got excuse.
How come you
You know
support
what it
Liverpool?
was.
Why do you support Liverpool?
I don't support
Yes, you
Liverpool.
do,
bro.
man.
I don't,
Yes, you
bro.
do.
I
support
remember when you used to
Liverpool.
support Liverpool. Fam.
Trust me. That's
I
what I'm saying.
remember.
Man
When?
supports Liverpool.
When?
Back in the day, man.
When? Alright,
always
cool.
supported them.
Just for clarification, did you ever see me in a Liverpool top?
Who do you
Does it
support
matter?
now?
Does it matter?
Who do you support now?
Did you ever see me in a Liverpool
who do you-
top?
who do you support?
Yes or
vocalised
no?
it. You vocalized it though. For me to know that you was a Liverpool fan, fam. Obviously,
Who
at
do you
some
sup-
point, you're a Liverpool fan. But who do you
Why'd I
support now?
vocalize it to you if you don't watch football?
I was
there's
there.
No point
I was there in the room like now, innit? You have these football chats. I'm just
No.
here, fam.
Yes, T.
When did I tell you I support Liverpool?
When I was used to chill with you all the time.
Back
Bro,
when you
what?
had the afro and the fucking flat peaks. Back then.
them
way
time.
back then.
College.
Remember the one with the eyes?
He's remembering now.
I don't remember. I remember in the afro and that.
Remember the one with the eyes?
Was it?
Oh, yeah,
No,
I remember that
it
one.
weren't no fear, 'cause
No,
it was a new era. It was a new era cat.
Nah,
It was
you're,
New Year.
It
you're a
had
Liverpool
it had the
fan?
eyes on it.
I ain't a Liverpool
I
fan.
bet you wanted
You
to win the
were a
Champions
Liverpool
League as
fan.
well.
But I'm
man.
not a Liverpool fan though. So
You
I
wanted
don't
to win the-
understand
You're not
what getting
anymore.
this
You're not anymore.
from. Anymore. When was this never happened in the first place?
You
It's
know-
turning to fucking.
You wanted to win the
chaos,
Champions League, innit?
I don't mind if they're in the
Ah.
Champions League. I ain't a Liverpool fan, so I
So
don't
who?
mind.
What are you a fan of?
What do you mean, what am I a fan of?
Who do you support?
My team is well known. I've told you before.
Who though, bro? Why
then?
are
It's the
you
only
making
well-known-
it?
The only well-known team I know you for is Liverpool. fam.
That's made up though, so I don't
So
understand
tell me the team.
where
then.
this.
Yeah, just come out with the
Are you all-
team.
Are you all of a sudden a Birmingham supporter?
I'm a Birmingham supporter though.
Ah,
There you-
yeah,
you are, there you go.
bollocks.
There you go.
There's only one team.
Now, that's
that
why
supports
it's in
Birmingham.
sense, isn't it? That's why he's giving it all the. Tell me what part of Manchester you're from.
But I was never a Liverpool fan though.
I'm all for the Blues anyway.
Why's man not Paul?
More
What?
for
Yeah, I
Blues.
know
Yeah.
what it is. Just making things up. bro.
Fam, right.
Make believe, bro.
We had this discussion before.
Hey,
innit? We've had this discussion before.
Yeah, but
on
you
the
was chatting
podcast.
shit before though.
But
Wasn't
for
chatting
Richard
shit.
to know and for me to know,
Yeah.
clearly.
You're bouncing off what he's saying.
No,
He's
no,
not,
no,
he's
no.
not.
I'm not even
Yeah,
bouncing. I
it's-
swear.
You
like-
feel,
Did
you
you
feel
like
like
Liverpool,
you
though?
feel like it sounds familiar.
No,
If I could-
no. I know
Maybe
for
I
a
said.
fact.
The
you
only
were a
way,
Liverpool
the
fan.
only way you could have got it misconstrued if I said Liverpool's my second team or some shit like
If
that.
I could call
Maybe.
Junior now and
Maybe.
like link it up to the podcast, I could get him on the phone and Junior would say you
Call
support
him.
Liverpool.
Call
now.
him. Just call him
Nah,
and
nah,
hold,
nah.
hold the phone to the mic.
But I
Put him
don't
on
know.
loudspeaker and hold the phone on the mic.
No
Ask
man's
him-
ever
ask
seen me
him
in a
what
Liverpool
team-
top.
Ask him
Nothing.
what team he supports. Ring him.
Nah, I ain't ring him now.
Alright, cool. Cool, innit?
There we
I see why
go.
you're chatting rubbish. I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make
Why you so?
it doesn't
We're not chatting
make
rubbish, man.
sense.
He's
How
got
the hell
Bridges
has
who's
this
been
come from?
He's got Bridges who's been telling he's a long time Blues fan too.
Huh?
You got Bridges.
Did he support Blues
You
when you
didn't
used to
say-
chill with him?
He used to like Liverpool when he was young.
Oh!
Listen.
All the evidence points towards you are a Liverpool supporter. All the evidence.
listen.
Darren said like. Darren said like.
said
He used to
Liked.
like.
Exactly.
I liked
I like-
Arsenal, but I'm a Blues
Exactly.
fan
Was
through and
was Blues in the Prem them times?
through.
In and out. Jugari and that. Yeah.
I didn't even know you
So what?
supported Blues.
Everyone has
to
a
be fair.
second team in it.
I like Blues.
Everyone has a second team though in it.
I ain't even got a first team.
Exactly. That's normal. I mean, I support them though.
Your second team's Blues.
No, it's not.
Your
This-
first team's Liverpool.
bro.
Right, yo,
talk sense, bro.
we're
Huh?
gonna keep doing this. We're gonna go back and
Nah,
forth
let's
this
not.
whole fucking time. I don't think
Nah.
we need to do that, and it really.
We don't stop.
Just
That
push
is what
push
it
is. Can do what I want.
egos aside, man.
do what I want.
You know.
He's what it is, lads.
Can do just do what I
Kiss-
want.
kiss
Can
him,
talk about it. I'll carry
So
on
I'll
talking
go
about it.
quiet on a football chat because I love it too much, and it. So I just
Do you get passionate, does?
yeah, I do.
You went to a
It's
couple
because he's
of,
got bullshit opinions, man.
No, he went to a couple of football matches in Berlin, and who'd you go see?
I went to see Hertha Berlin versus Augsburg 2-2.
And by the way, Berliners, he said Berlin are terrible. That's
Yeah,
what
it
he
was
told
pretty-
me. He said they're terrible.
Anyone planning to go out and watch the Bundesliga outside? Anyone outside of the top three?
Just go watch Dortmund, Bayern,
It's-
and move on.
yeah. But now all the stadium, it's beautiful, man. It's the best ground I've ever been to. Easily, sick, and yeah, man, it was good. It's a good weekend. Probably one of my favourite weekends ever.
How long did you go Berlin for? Was this the weekend?
5 nights. Oh, yeah, I'll have some minutes though. 5 nights I went for.
That's alright.
Yeah, man, it was good. It was good. Watch the football. It's mad though. It's like, you talk about far left.
Yeah,
Berlin is far left.
yeah.
Yeah. Far with A's.
The left capital.
Far. Yeah, trust me.
The capital of the left.
I was in the park and I just saw everyone's smoking weed and that. Everyone's got like their hippie style on.
That's sick
Bands
though.
and magician. It was rude, man. It was sick. I was in heaven. I was.
Sounds dirty
Artists
stuff.
and that. Magicians.
See, I love
Pro-
that shit.
proper creative
Love it.
city.
Love it.
Do you see
I
my
need to
video
go.
on the gram?
Yeah.
Just one.
The Bossa Nova band and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was sick, man. I was like, oh. Imagine that in Birmingham.
Berlin's sick, man.
I wanna
Sick
go.
city. It's
We're talking
good.
about the about smoking weed.
Mm.
Did you see the protest on the 420? Did anyone see the protest when everyone was in the park smoking weed outside Parliament?
Our Parliament.
And it was just
England.
thick mist above the whole crowd.
In
Everyone was
England.
just
England?
Yeah,
London?
Yeah.
Nah.
You didn't
I've
see
heard
it?
about
Four-
420.
On
But I
420.
don't really know what is it. I don't.
Google it, Rich. It's like a day to celebrate.
I saw a
weed,
thing
apparently.
in Hyde Park and everyone was smoking in Hyde Park.
Yeah, that
And
was
police
that
tried
was
to shut it down. And
that was the protest, the 420 protest to legalise weed. It was just a thick cloud of smoke.
Why do they?
above the
I
whole
don't-
the whole squad. Yeah, you got it up on
Police-
Hyde Park.
How can the police warn them? Like, what? Why? What are they
Now,
doing
if you've
wrong?
seen how many
Like,
people there, this is the whole. This goes
Don't
back
you
to.
dare smoke that plant.
don't smoke
Don't.
that plant.
Don't you smoke
I'll-
that plant?
it
I'll point my
smells.
finger
Harder.
naturally.
It smells.
It's
What?
bad for your brain.
It happened last year, and 12 people were arrested for smoking
After all
weed.
No, there was one this year as well.
Yeah, there was one this year still.
Oh no, I'm just
Did
saying
it-
last year as well.
Oh,
I'm just
last year,
going
yeah.
through it, man.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
going
yeah.
through it. Oh my!
But yeah, it just goes to
Man's
show.
are bringing out legislation from 1971.
It just goes to
They
show.
say we're gonna get you if you
Yeah, if you smoke
from the
weed.
Misuse of Drugs Act from 1971.
They need a reform. They need to sit down and rethink man, all these.
This is too many old people, man.
40
Yeah, it's
in our-
fucking-
just
Nearly
old
40
people,
years
man.
old, man.
That's one is outdated. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, archaic,
Okay.
Monolithic and that's the
monolithic,
word.
archaic, outdated,
Antiquity.
old as
Yeah.
fuck, old as fuck.
OAPs, bro. I'm
Oh
telling you.
my days! Yeah, I don't get it, man. What? Cannabis users
Doesn't-
can go to jail if they are caught. What?
But doesn't
What?
weed make you paranoid and schizophrenic?
Okay.
Give you
Fam,
mental
these
health issues?
guarantee these politicians go home and spark up a zuggy.
Most of them have been told that they've all been to university.
Trust me.
Yeah, that's like
You think that-
heavy.
Trust me.
Them rich boy sessions, and I'm telling you.
And rich
pools
boy
and that.
session. And they ain't
Trust me,
and they
man.
ain't just doing weed,
I was
man. They're
gonna say
cocaine and
everything,
top.
bro.
That's what that
Man,
Cameron
like,
was.
Cameron just whiling out, sniffing off girls'
Oi,
and
bro,
fives and that. Like, yo.
Cameron was in Eton. Cameron was in
do
Eton.
say, oh boy, give me some more on the key.
Oh.
Cameron was in Eton, bro, with banging a pig, snorting lines, smoking weed.
That's your
Cameron
Banging
was
a
killing
pig.
Was your
it,
Prime
banging a
Minister.
pig. Everything.
What's that
man.
from? That's from Black Mirror.
No, but that actually
The pig thing was true.
no, the pig thing was true with Cameron.
Yeah.
Lying.
I swear down.
Yeah, that pig thing
What
was
did he
true.
bang? He banged like a what? He banged a pig or something.
Who
Like
he banged the pig.
James.
What?
Let me get it. All. I had to get.
Fuck that.
Why are you trying shit for?
I swear down.
Did not suck off a horse.
Man was spit roasting the piggy,
Slipped
innit?
and fell on
banging
a...
that, bro. That's not true, bro.
That's
Piggate. Piggate. Oh my days. Piggate refers to an uncorroborated. Oh, your missus gonna be making another video of me going
uncorroborated.
Uncorroborated anecdote that during his university years, he put a private part of his anatomy, his dick, private part. That's the only private part.
Man.
What the fuck, man? In a dead pig's mouth. He banged a pig's mouth, man. Oh, he skull fucked a pig.
A dead pig's mouth.
Yeah, man.
Necrophilia like that.
Oh my god, that's even worse. And he said it's utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. I love posh rich people are hilarious, man. They're funny, man.
Is it bullshit, Dave? Nah, it's utter nonsense.
It's utter nonsense. That's when you know that's when you know he's done it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's utter nonsense.
Sweating.
Bro, I don't mind. See, if he come out and said he did that, bro, I'll just be like, my man's cool, my legend.
Nah, that's
You know
not
what I
cool,
mean?
bro. Because
It's not
how does
cool,
that
but
come
I'll
up
say
in
that.
yo, fam?
I'm gonna fuck a dead pig's man.
You need to put your dick in this dead
That
pig's
doesn't
mouth.
just that don't come up in my
Nah.
conversation.
Nah, true that.
That's
True
what
that.
wins,
Yeah.
that's what wins G's respect, man.
Yo,
Oh yeah, you done it. Put your dick in a pig's mouth.
What was it like?
Cool.
you're so cool.
Kind of firms, man, and that. Like, yeah, you're cool.
Yo, Cam. Oh, yeah, I remember when Cameron first come out when Labour were in, and I remember my mum was like, because she never liked Conservatives ever, man. I shouldn't put my mum's opinions out on there and that. T's flipping up the microphones again.
You flipped it up because I can't hear nothing. No.
Anyway, yeah, my mum was like, I saw Cameron on there anyway, and he was on about hug a hoodie and that. I was like, oh, I like this guy, man. He's
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember that.
he's coming to the youth and that. It's like he's a good guy. I like Conservatives and that. And the more it went on, I was like, you know what, Cameron's the man. And then he got in, and then everything went wrong. I was like, he lied to me, man.
Fool you are.
Believe it.
I got caught. Like, I'm a fool, man. I got done.
I don't believe nothing none of them say. I'm just
No.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Okay.
I was ignorant, man.
Silly. That's
I still am now and again. You know what I mean? Everyone's
some of
ignorant.
them are like convincing. I'm like, yeah, no. I found myself believing like for a split second. Like,
I think that's what Corbyn's doing, isn't it? He's convincing people.
Till he got. Imagine if he got in power, he's gonna back what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, T, just move forward, innit? Because this is driving me insane.
It's you.
It's you. Look at his wire.
It's you.
Why is your wire so long? Like tight and that? What the
I don't know.
I have to move close to Lewis, and then we have to touch legs and that. I don't mind doing that thing, but Lewis don't like touching legs.
Lewis enjoys it.
He doesn't. He hates it because he's a homophobe.
Listen, if you want to stroke my leg, stroke my leg.
He's a homophobe.
It's that simple.
Oh, nah.
You won't like what happens.
Anyway, what's 420? Let me get this 420 thing up. Yeah, but yeah, politicians, they sniff coke, take E, smoke weed. They do it all. So stop being fooled and thinking these perfect fucking people, man. Do my head in. Okay, 420. It started in the late 70s. No, I ain't going through this bullshit. It's just,
I was going to say
it's
history
just,
lesson.
it's just a day to smoke weed, and it. That's all. It's just a day to smoke weed.
Hey.
It's just an herb.
At 4:20 p.m. on April 20th. Because 420. 420. All right then.
Fair days.
Earth Day. I didn't know there's an Earth Day.
Yeah, it was last
What's
month.
Earth
wasn't it?
Day?
Happy
How
Earth
did they
Day.
know when Earth's birthday was?
Someone will know.
Who? But
It depends what you believe in. It depends if you believe that the Almighty made it or if it was a Big Bang. What do you think?
What do you believe? Oh,
this
is deep.
Are you a creationist?
You wanna
If you're
go
a creationist,
DWEP? Get DWEP.
I believe.
Are you an agnostic?
I'm coming in for this one.
You coming in?
Yeah,
It's coming in.
Here we go.
I believe.
I believe.
Fasten your seatbelts.
I believe. Ain't that like
Joe.
it's gel when you got pains on that?
Ulcers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bro, just I believe.
Soz, man.
I believe
Yeah.
Earth was only around 5,000 years ago, and there was no dinosaurs.
That's what you believe, really?
I believe it's flat.
What?
I believe
What?
you go so far, you fall off it.
No, I believe there's an ice wall that you can't go past the ice wall
You've been watching too much
And
Game
all
of Thrones.
And all the pilots lie to us when they're flying across.
because you can't fly over.
Mm.
You can't fly over, can you?
Nah, you have to fly around.
Is this sarcasm? Like,
This is a whole
I'm
This is a
having
big-
trouble with
this is
this
a big-
side
I don't know
things.
if they're being serious or
No,
not.
Roman.
What?
It's a-
What?
Are you serious? It's
Are
a-
you serious? I don't know
Are
if
you
you're being
serious?
serious right now.
Some people
You might-
believe that Earth's flat, though, innit?
Yeah, some people genuinely believe it. Like, I was listening to a radio program the other day, and some geezer was on about he thinks the government protects the edge of the world.
What's there?
And there's
What's
fences
there to
used
protect, man?
to make us think that the world's round.
That's like the
But why?
Truman Show.
What? So
Yeah, what do you
what are
gain?
getting out of it?
What are you gaining by the world being flat? If the world's flat, if the world's fucking round, I don't care. I'm on it. I'm living my life. Does it really matter? Honestly.
Nah,
The
no,
world's changed shape before, though.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, that's not my
Come
belief.
to enlighten us. Enlighten
It's
us.
changed shape before, man.
What was
Bruv.
it? Square, triangle.
So,
what?
now listen, so when the world was flat, them time there, you get me?
Flat.
Yeah.
Bruv, when everyone thought the
actually,
world was
When everyone
flat,
thought
thought.
the world was flat.
yeah, when everyone thought the world was flat, if you thought it was round, like, bruv, this guy's a bit of a, he's a bit mad, I'm telling you.
This guy's a
But
bit
now-
of a Kanye.
Flip it 360. It's not 360, is it? Like
180, yeah, flip.
180, yeah. It's round, but if it's flat, you're a madman, innit? What's the
Yeah.
difference?
That's
It's
it. It don't-
changed
It don't matter.
shape before, innit? So,
Yeah, but it changed
It's
shape
only-
because of scientific fucking findings.
but
It didn't change shape because people just went,
Bruv.
no, I think you're probably round. I'm just going to say it's round now. Let's just all say it's round. There was they found out that it's round.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not. My personal belief, my personal belief is that it's round. I'm not gonna be dismissive of someone else's belief that it's flat because go back. That's the same thing, innit?
I don't know about that.
It's changed shape
Nah,
before. So why?
I know you're being nice to, but you would quickly dismiss.
Yeah, but it hasn't changed shape really though. It's changed shape in people's minds, but
Yeah,
not
conceptually
actually,
it's
not
changed.
physically.
But that's like what we were saying before about that collective belief thing, innit? Like, yeah, the world's
Yeah, but
round. It can't be flat. But how do you know? You don't really know. What as human
You
beings?
ain't
What
got
do
the
we?
answers, man.
You ain't got the answers, G. I see it like this then, right? As human beings, space, universe, what do we actually know? We don't know fuck all,
I don't know
innit?
shit.
So
I
you don't know
any-
shit.
Anything I can't really see.
But you can't
can't
see the
see,
earth.
you know?
You're just walking
you
on
know
it.
you can walk on it. Innit? You know you can walk on it. You know you can drive on it. You know you can take off from it. You know you
Yeah.
can fucking land on it. You know you can sail on it.
Bruv,
Is that not enough? Please, is
Like-
that not enough? Does
So-
it really matter?
Are those space stations fake? That you know the ones that they're recording and they're going round that planet.
Going round.
Is that fake then?
I can't
What?
disprove it.
But why? This is why they're doing it. Like, there's no reason for them to lie. There's no like other conspiracies. There's a reason for them to lie. They're not gaining anything. What are they gaining? Like, if the world's flat, what do we gain from that? Do we get power? Do we become more powerful? This is what I'm trying to find
I
out.
didn't say the earth was flat, but what I'm saying is the world has changed shape before. So
Yeah, I'm asking. you
realistically, it's gone from flat to round, but
now,
then
because of
it's not actually
scientific
round, is
findings.
it? It's not actually round, is it?
A sphere then.
Yeah, but
But you-
it's a
You call
sphere,
a ball round, don't you?
But do you call a rugby ball round?
No, because it's not.
Because it's not round, is it?
He got me. He got You know what I fucking mean, man. You know what I mean. But a sphere is round, though, innit? If you think of like
It's
a
not
sphere
a
is
circle,
round.
though, is it?
What was the question anyway? The original question.
Huh?
I don't
The
know.
original,
I don't even know what the
why'd you
original
put-
was.
Digressed.
No, the Earth, and was it created or was it
Was it created?
banged into existence?
Oh, yeah,
Oh
true.
yeah.
No, God made it.
Do you reckon?
Hmm?
Do you believe in God?
Sarcasm in his face.
That's different.
No.
Oh, this is deep. This
This is
like-
deep as hell, man. This,
Alright, briefly, do you think it was created, or do you think it was just set of circumstances that accident, basically
Nothing.
a successful accident?
Yeah.
I can't disprove anything, so
So
obviously
you're
I have
an
to
agnostic
I have
then?
to go with the science, but I can't disprove.
So are you an
anything,
agnostic?
so- No,
But you're not atheist either,
I don't
Why do
know
you have to
where-
label
you're
it? Why do you
agnostic
have to
then?
label it though?
because you can't. You neither. You'd be like,
I'm an energyist.
you don't not believe it was an accident, but you don't not believe in
I'm
God in
non-binary.
it.
I don't identify.
So you're in the middle, innit?
I'm in the middle. It's a bad thing I've been told.
I don't care.
No, yeah, in a way, yeah. I just can't get on with it, man. Still, I don't really.
I don't know, man. To me, I care just because I want to know.
The discussion.
I'm curious.
Interesting.
Curious,
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
When I think about it, it just blows my mind, bro. Like, it's mad. Like,
because if the world if it does become flat, like I would be like, wow, like.
Yeah, but I think, how did we get to this stage and now? Like, we'll never know. Like, that's what gets me.
It's a lot to take.
We'll never know. Like, you can have theories, but we'll never know.
Oh, where we come from?
Like, what's the first human? Like, no one knows. Like, you think you know.
It's nuts, man.
It's like parallel universe.
It just blows your mind, bro.
I can't. And black holes in the universe.
How did life?
Man, I can't do it.
How did they see a star blow up 10,000 million years ago and shit? They're like, oh, that star blew up 10 million years ago. I'm like, what?
Yeah, how
But
did
that's
you
like
know?
stars you see in the sky, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
they're all blowing up, innit? They're all blown up.
Yeah.
They'll disappear in like another 10 million years. And that's it. I'm going to break your face off.
But then look at nature. Everything works in a cycle. Like, it's kind of perfect, innit? So in its perfection of how it works, is that by accident?
Wow, this is
How
there's a
you
theory.
know what
There's
I'm
a theory
saying?
on
Like,
this. I
it's
can't remember what
mad.
the theory is. Let me quickly get this theory.
Describe it. I might be able to tell you what it is.
Like, even say like the water cycle evaporates,
It's like the chaos.
clouds,
The
rains.
chaos, organized.
theory.
It's like chaos, but
Organised chaos.
but it's not organized chaos. It is. Fuck's sake, man. Here we go.
Here we go.
But how did first organized fucking start? Oh, I can't say it, man. Nah, I haven't found it. I ain't found it. There's a theory though, man. There is a good theory. Yo, someone's talk while I'm looking for this theory, man.
There's bare theories because there's what's the one? Panspermia. Have you heard of that?
What the hell's that? Bustling everywhere.
So basically, it's the intelligent spreading of life.
Spread it. Oh, yeah, spermia. That's what.
Yeah, panspermia, the intelligent spreading of life.
Spread it, baby.
Either from like a higher being or like microorganisms on like asteroids that hit Earth and then deposited onto the planet.
I do believe in that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's a good theory. I do believe in that. Well, not believe in that. You know what I mean? I like that theory.
You like the idea of it?
Yeah, I like the idea.
Is that the,
like the intelligent spreading of life. So like how it's like seeds and it, like
is
plants
that the
and that.
bacteria coming from another? Like,
Yeah, like microorganisms and that. Yeah.
And reacting with other.
Yeah, you know, like how plants spread their seeds on the back of bees and that, like.
Yeah, that's why I reckon it was.
Yeah, like that kind of thing.
That's interesting.
Very different theories, to be fair.
But yeah, there's a lot of theories I can't really.
Yeah, basically, all you gotta say is we'll never know, innit?
That's
no
what I'm
one's
saying. I can't
ever gonna know.
I can't physically disprove anything. That's why I don't look at conspiracy theories anymore, because it just
Yeah, I don't bother.
baffles my mind, man.
It's true. But then some things you see and there's nothing substantial or concrete, and that is just someone telling me, and I'm like, bro, proof's in the pudding, and you're not showing me nothing. You just.
But then if you believe that, we just won't believe anything. Like,
Yeah, there's so much information in the world to go.
But we do believe
out there
anything.
and find it yourself.
It's like atoms, bro. You've never seen an atom, but you believe in it.
but we're made. We're all like everything's like that, man.
But you never seen one, no.
Have you seen one?
They have, man.
You haven't, no.
Why do I
For
have
you
to
to
see it?
believe.
Why do I have to see it when? So why are they lying to me? Tell me that.
I'm not saying they're lying to you, but what I'm saying is, just take it, innit? Information is just passed in. You just take it like atoms. You've never seen one ever.
Yeah, I get what you say. Like,
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but they've
you personally just believe everything that you hear and you read.
As a wise man,
from
Richard Greer does
scientific. Yeah, from I personally believe things that have been scientifically proven and tested.
a wise man once said, "Believe half of what you see, none of what you hear." You know the bar.
I get what you're saying. I'm not saying they're lying to you. I'm just saying,
If these
bruv,
scientists were just people
if you
that
ain't seen it, you can't 100% vouch for it, can you? Like, you ain't never seen an atom, bro.
Okay, let me just switch
there's-
gears.
if there's
let me just switch gears real quickly.
Go on.
Do you think that positive thinking actually works?
Positive thinking?
Yeah. Do you think positive thinking actually results in a
Yeah.
gets positive result?
Well, like law of attraction.
but not
Or do you
because
think
of
it's just
energy
about
and that.
action?
Yeah,
Well, like law of
because of
attraction.
because of the.
Are you referring to law of
I
attraction?
don't believe in the law of attraction.
No, I don't believe in it either. It's because you're thinking positively. You just do positive
You're gonna
things.
act
It's not attracting
positive,
things.
yeah.
You're just doing the positive
It's like
thing.
a byproduct,
Yeah,
innit? Like,
yeah.
if you're thinking positively in life, your outlook in your day-to-day changes.
That's where people get misinformed when they read these self-help books. They'll go, "I'm just going to think positive, just ask and then wait for it to come." No.
But some illustrations, they push that narrative that you've just got to ask the universe and wait. Well, I think that's wrong because nothing. You don't get anything in life by asking for it and just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, but then that would suggest that if something bad happens to you, like that's what you asked for, innit? If you're walking on the street and then you get robbed, that's like if you're adopting that model, then you ask for that, innit? Because you're not positive. You had a negative view. Because saying what you think into existence is what happens.
I don't think anyone has to get robbed.
Exactly. So then, in that aspect, it shows that
exactly, I know what you're saying.
The law of attraction thing's a bit.
Yeah.
You get what you take from it at the end of the day, innit? Like you said, the positive thinking, it reinforces positive action.
But if it helps you change your outlook and be positive in life, then I can't really knock it, innit? Like,
no, I don't knock it.
That's what's gonna help you.
Some people need that at the end of the day. Oh shit.
Anyway, I gotta go, man. We need to drop this thing. Nah.
Nice, calm.
Oh no.
Nice, calm. We're running over.
Stop it.
Nice, cool.
What?
Thanks for listening.
Bro, it's overtook the thing, man. Man, stop it. It's so drunk.
Look, no, it doesn't. It goes over the bottom.
Oh, thank God for that.
I was trying to tell you, but